Vicky Kaushal says playing Sardar Udham Singh has changed him as a person. The actor totally surrendered to filmmaker Shujit Sarkar, who initially signed Irfan Khan for the role. But after his untimely death, Vicky stepped in to bring one of India's lesser-known Indian freedom fighters to life.
Intense, it looks subtle, it just seems like a beautiful work of art. So I'm curious, was this an intense experience for you as well, bringing this freedom fighter story to life?
It was an intense experience, and it was a very enriching experience for me as an actor to live the journey of Sardar Udham Singh. I mean, belonging to a Punjabi family, I've always heard about Sardar Udham Singh as a folklore, you know, and to eventually get to live that part was extremely surreal also for me.
I see death, no sleep in years.
Monday को church, Friday को cinema hall, और Saturdays को club.
Not much is known about him, right? So what did you know going into this compared to what have you come out with? I'm assuming this is something that's going to stick with you as an actor, but just knowledge-based wise, did you know much going in?
So all I knew was just basic bullet points about Sardar Udham Singh, that where he was born in Punjab, and then the significance of Jallianwala Bagh massacre to his life, and then obviously in 1940 him being in London at Caxton Hall assassinating Michael O'Dwyer, and the imprisonment that followed, and he was hanged after that.
तुम चले जाओ यहाँ से. अगर हमने यहाँ लंदन में ब्रिटिश के हार्ट पे कुछ कर दिया, हमारा मैसेज पूरे वर्ल्ड तक जाएगा.
When I got into this film, I fortunately was given a research material of 20 years by Shujit Sarkar on a platter, because he's been living with this story for 21 years. He had come from Delhi to Bombay to make this film 21 years ago, but he couldn't make it because, he was relatively new in the industry. He needed those kind of resources, which he couldn't find. So he's been living with the story, and he gave me all that research material.
What is the next target?
Revolution is a dangerous game.
What I didn't know was that he had so many different identities. He had traveled the globe. He was Sher Singh, Uday Singh, Frank Brazil, Ram Muhammad Singh Azad. All these things I did not know. He's worked as a carpenter, a welder. He's worked on ships. He's worked as a background artist in a British film called The Elephant Boy. All these things you would not connect to a freedom fighter. So all these things were a big revelation for me.
Uday Singh, are you? Yes. Frank Brazil? Yes. You're Udham Singh? Yes.
Sardar Udham Singh or Shahid Bhagat Singh, these guys, their ideas about freedom were not confined by the boundaries of India. They were like, why not freedom for the whole world?
Yeah.
Fighting for every person in the whole world to be free. They were fighting for every person in the whole world to feel equal. Because Sardar Udham was a globetrotter. He was in US, he had been in Africa, he was in Italy, Germany, Russia, London. So he had seen oppression all across the globe. So what they were fighting for was much bigger than just India to be free. And that was, for me, was a big revelation once I got to play this part.
Murder को protest मानेगा या protest को murder मानेगा? आपका British law.
Throughout the trailer, at least, there's no loud jingoism. It's very subtle, the way that they approached it. So is that something you guys were going for?
It was a conscious approach. Because what tends to happen is when we tell stories about our freedom fighters, of course they are heroes, but we kind of make them supermans that you can't touch.
Yeah.
We very conveniently make them martyrs in our history books and then close the chapter and keep them on our bookshelves. What our effort was, and primarily coming from Shujit Sarkar's vision, was that we want to make him so human that you can feel that you can touch him. There is a Sardar Udham in all of us. We have to pick up pistols and bombs and talwars to become a revolutionary. Today, you standing up for the climate change and talking about climate change can make you a revolutionary.
मुझे एक revolver चाहिए. Tell people I was a revolutionary.
Was that the biggest challenge for you? Like how to lose Vicky and how to become this mystery man?
He could seem completely calm and he could seem completely stoic on the outside, but inside there's always a volcano that is just waiting to erupt. And that's my Sardar Udham. That is the Sardar Udham I want. So it was him always briefing to these kind of depths. It was never a surface level, because achieving a look, losing weight, gaining weight, all that is fine. All that is part of the dressing up. But
right.
we wanted to get was Sardar Udham in the core. And that was our attempt, and I really pray that that's come across in the film and people watch the film.
पर अगर अब कुछ नहीं किया ना तो अगले 100 साल तक इन अंग्रेजों के नीचे रहेंगे।
अंदर में जब एंटर करोगे ना तो ये दिखाना।
What do you have to say about the captain of the ship, Shoojit Sarkar? What did you expect going in before you worked with him? And what do you have to say about him now that you've had this experience?
Oh, I have been an admirer of Shoojit Sarkar, the filmmaker. I really have been. I've been wanting to collaborate with him ever since I became an actor. And I feel like it's my good fortune that I finally got to do that. He is Sufi. As a person, and hence as a filmmaker also. When I got to work with him, he doesn't have a textbook method of making a film or setting up a shot. It's more like theater. When I get into costume and makeup and I'm called on set, I go there and there's a world that is just ready for me, which I just have to step into. And I am in the 1930s. I'm in 1990.
This man spent 21 years waiting for revenge.
There's a lot of unlearning that goes, and hence you get to grow as an actor, because there is no other way but to empty your cup and then present yourself to the director and let him fill that cup with his vision of Sardar Udham. And for yourself as an actor can be a very liberating experience.
पीछे रुकना अब उन्हें मंजूर नहीं था, गुलामी में जीना अब उन्हें मंजूर नहीं था, इसलिए निकल पड़े अपने और लाखों हिंदुस्तानियों का हक कमाने। अब उन्हें ना दुश्मनों की बोली रोकने वाली थी और ना उनकी गोली।
But when it comes to those roles, is it a conscious decision to step out of your comfort zone and attempt something totally new, whether it's a Kamli or whether it's a Udham Singh?
100%, because I want to keep growing as an actor. I want to keep evolving as an actor, and it's not going to happen unless I push myself to a space which really makes me feel nervous. I want to get into a film feeling, would I be able to do it? And I want to get out of a film feeling, oh, I was able to do it. How good or bad is up to the audience, but that's how I'll keep growing. I will come to know of my strengths and my weaknesses only if I put myself to the test.
उन्हें कश्मीर चाहिए और हमें उनका सर। Are you ready, boys? Yes, sir. How's the Josh? Aye, sir. How's the Josh? Aye, sir. Jai Hind. Jai Hind. मैं लड़ जाना। सिद्ध से जुनून तक है जाना।
I have to ask you about a side note, bro. Recently, you have posted a couple of videos of you lip-syncing Punjabi gaane and have gone absolutely so viral, specifically with Punjabi Kudiyan. I think I've seen Top Notch Gabru Man, that video of you, like so many times. What's your reaction to just taking over Instagram with this one video?
Yeah, I've been doing that. I don't know what happened now, because I keep doing that all the time. I listen to Punjabi music while going to bed, when I wake up, in the bathroom, in the car. I keep listening to Punjabi music. I'm a sucker for Punjabi music. So
Same.
when I'm going on set, I'm just listening to Punjabi music, and sometimes when I come across a good song which I'm really connected to, then I just make these videos and I put it up. And I've done that before, but it's just something happened this time that even I was surprised that what's going on?
हल्की हल्की दाढ़ी जटिए पर मुस्टैशां पारी है।
हल्की हल्की दाढ़ी जटिए पर मुस्टैचा भारी है। साडे बारे इन्फॉर्मेशन गूगल उत्ते गेमां पाती मित्रां ने, परसों मारे फैर ते कल हड़ताल कराती मित्रां ने, अडियां कूच कूच के रख दी तू भी सन फ्लोर दही,
मन तू
चाहे ना मन जटिए
जट तेरा
दिल ले गया नी, हाय आफत वर्गा गबरू तेरी आदत बन के रह गया नी, आफत वर्गा गबरू तेरी आदत बन के रह गया नी।